I challenged my dad on FM24 as the sporting manager to see if he can beat me across 5 seasons as the manager of their rivals, Benfica. 2 of the biggest clubs in Portugal and the most heated derby in the country, with the always threatening Porto knocking around. But hey, maybe there won't be much of a problem for us, right? And we'll see him be a few points. They have held on to us and they're giving us a tough time. So between the top 3, only 5 losses. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
A reminder of the points tally is as follows. You gain 1 point for a higher league finish, 1 point for a victory over each other, 1 point for eliminating each other from a cup competition, 3 points for a domestic cup win, 4 points for a domestic league win, 5 points for a Europa/Europa Conference win, and 7 points for the Champions League win. Alright, Dad, your first bit of transfer business is you sold one of your favourite players.
Yeah, it is, yeah. What a squad player that guy is. He's probably, out of the squad players that I've signed, he probably is the best squad player you can sign as well. So, but I needed a bit of money. They came in for him, and I got good midfielders already in the team, so I thought, well, it's worth getting him out for the money to get in to buy 2 or 3 more players.
Yeah.
I mean, I was losing my best striker.
Gonzalo Ramos. Yeah, he's gone to
PSG on loan for a season with a buyout clause of 53 million for the second season. So I've lost a striker, so I need a striker, really. Yeah. So I need a bit of money. So I didn't really want to sell him, but they come in for him. What was it, 45 million?
Yeah. Sorry, Frederick. You're gone.
Yeah, you're gone.
I mean, I'm not sorry. You're on 650 grand a week. Yeah. Tax free.
He wanted to go. He was
pretty
begging
sure
me.
He was buzzing
when he found out that he was on that, he was begging me to let me go.
Yeah. So you'd have been a bit of an asshole to keep him there, to be honest.
Definitely,
all that. Right. Anyway, so you mentioned bringing the striker in, and that is what you did. But before you did that, Mukiele came in, a good right back for you.
Yeah, I needed a couple of the white defensive positions that I had were a little bit weak, so my centre defence was strong as hell, so I didn't really need anything there. So I just went for the right back, and the left back was my weakest point, so this is the start. This is my right back.
You brought in Sergio Gomez on loan for a left back, and he did his research. He goes, I'm going to loan Sergio Gomez, and I was like, that's pretty specific. He went, I did it on my save, I'm going to do it on this one.
So I knew which their left back I actually wanted, didn't I, before I got here, so that was the guy I wanted. So
okay,
and I knew he'd come to me on loan.
And then finally the striker position that we mentioned, Amin Gori, a good pickup, one of my favourite players of the past few FMs.
I was pleased to get this guy, I must admit. I think that's a really good boy. I think he'd be with me for my 5 seasons.
I don't. So your tactic, looking at what you've produced, is this.
This was a tactic I actually done myself as well, wasn't it? I brought this one down with me to try.
Although you said that, you went, do you recognise it?
That's true, yeah. It
no,
was.
and you went, I stole the shape from you.
But I tried it at home and it worked. It's a very attacking. I felt for this league, it's between 3 teams, really. Whoever wins the most games out of us 3, against each other as well, wins the league, I think.
Yeah, I agree.
So I felt, right, I need to do which is unusual for me. I don't do attacking squads, do I? I've done a very attacking, and that's why I had to get that striker in as well.
Yeah. But you built it quite well, to be honest. I mean, I honestly, I didn't tell him to do any of this. I'm curious about the no-nonsense centre-back. That's the only one where I was
look who that is, though.
Yeah, as a stopper, I was a bit confused. It's Otamendi. Now, that's doing quick pick.
Yeah.
So Gori would actually stay on there, and then you'd have Jean Mario go in there. Of course, you've got a few players, actually, you can fill in that role, obviously, but you wanted to keep Gori in that deep line forward role.
Otamendi was the player with no nonsense. I just think Otamendi, he is that type of defender.
Yeah.
And I wanted him mainly to be there. So that's why I gave him the role.
Of course, you've got Florentino Luis, who would fill in that role after you sold Frederick.
That's why I knew I could afford to sell that guy, really.
Yeah, and you also had Joe Neves.
And there was a second one.
Yeah, you promoted.
I did have a really good replacement. I even had a good replacement for a replacement.
Yeah.
So if I got injuries, I mean, Rafa is my main guy in the attack as well, with Di Maria in the wing as well. So going forward, a hell of a side going forward. So you got to take advantage of it when you got these players that can do this business. So there you go. There it is.
All right. Okay. Before we have a look at your fixtures, then let's see what I have done. The transfer window. Now, I didn't sell anybody. Well, £6 million, so it wasn't enough to really do anything with. But I brought in one goalkeeper. I feel like their goalkeeper is not great. I brought in a Portuguese goalkeeper, 29 years of age. That's my goalkeeper now, so that's good. I don't know whether he'll last the full 5 years, but for now, he's good enough for me. My tactic looks like this. I've gone for 3 at the back. I think Sporting have a very good base for the three at the back. And I haven't nailed anybody in. They, of course, got Gyökeres. I really wish I looked up what his name was.
Yeah.
I think it's Victor Gyökeres, of course, from Coventry. And he's been a bit of a revelation in Portugal at the start of the season.
Coventry fans give it hell for letting this guy go, don't they? Really?
Yeah, and he's got even better than what I think they thought he would.
Yeah.
Really good player, to be fair. Good pressing forward. So he is playing that pressing forward. We got Gonçalves on the left, Edwards on the right, Fraser Nader and Reese at full-backs, Marita, Hjulmand. Yeah, I'm happy with this. And I've got 3 really good centre-backs too, which, yeah.
So that looks more like my formation that I would play, isn't it?
Yeah, we kind of traded there, haven't we? We have kind of traded. So that's basically what I'm set up like. So we'll have a look at my fixtures first. I played Casapia,
look at your last
4-2. I beat Boa Vista, 3-1. Estrella, a former team of mine from FM23, 8-0. It's going very well.
So for a defensive formation, you and I have scored a lot of goals.
Yeah, but we discussed this when it was happening.
Yeah.
I haven't played anybody good yet. Like,
true.
None of these are even like the secondary teams in the league. Like, that's like
there's teams that you'd be very disappointed if you drop points against.
That's it. Yeah. I mean, yes, I am battering them, but because this tactic is still quite attacking, considering it's got a lot of people at the back. Like I've got 3 roles that are attacking plus wing backs, which are going to support. So that's always 5 players going forward already.
Yeah, true, yeah.
So it depends on how high up I'm playing at the pitch. So I am expecting to score a lot of goals against teams like this. I'm untested, unfortunately, against anybody good yet. Like the Bragas. It would have been perfect to play a Braga at the start of the season.
Yeah.
Because then you're like, right, okay, they're usually the 4th best team. If I beat them 3-0, I'm comfortable. I might do all right against the Porto.
Yeah.
I might do all right against your Benfica side. So that's basically what I was hoping for. Didn't quite get it. Now, your schedule looks like this. You did play Braga. And you lost to Braga.
And I was playing so well up to then. I mean, Porto, 2 games against Porto.
Yeah, I mean,
stuffed them.
Saying you lost to Braga as if like, you beat Porto twice.
Yeah.
Who's actually
one of them was in the cup final
to win the league as well at the start of the game. 4-1 against them in the Super Cup. Well done.
That's an hammering to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then 4-2 at home, and they only scored in the 92nd minute, and you were 4-0 up. Oh no, you're 3-0 up. Then they scored. You were 4-1 up. So yeah, happy days.
I was so disappointed because I thought, well, beating Porto, I'm in with a good shout now.
Yeah,
scoring that many goals against them as well.
You also beat Estrella. 4-0, and Arthur Cabral scored all 4. So that was a good start for you as well.
Definitely. Yeah.
2-1 against Chavez. A little bit. What's going on there?
Yeah.
But then the Braga loss, unfortunately, at the start of the season. Now this one's really interesting, I think, this season because, well, this whole versus rebuild because there's 2 cup competitions.
Yeah.
So will it show it here? It does. The Allianz Cup and the Taça de Portugal, which I believe is like the FA Cup version.
Yeah.
And the Allianz Cup is kind of like the League Cup version, but there's like a mini league before it. So there's going to be 2 domestic cups in this, so 2 chances to win 3 points. So if somebody was to win the treble, you would win 3 points each for the cups, which is 6 points, 4 points for the league. That's 10 points. Not to mention, if you beat one of the other teams, which we're very likely to meet in the finals,
definitely, yeah,
then that's another point. So that's at least 10, potentially 12. Then any league wins. The swing that you can get from Portugal's leagues in this versus rebuild.
But the other good thing
crazy.
as well, it can also do the opposite, can it? You can be Nick and Tuck really weird. I win 1 cup, you win 1 cup. I'll beat you twice, but you win the league.
Yeah.
And before you know it, you're
roughly
7-6 or something like that.
Yeah.
So it can do the opposite as well. So I think this could be interesting.
It could be very interesting indeed.
I looked at it as well. I got a little bit of advantage the second season as well. I got a lot of players out on loan that are really good players.
Yeah, you have, to be fair. If you take a look at your loan players, so players not at club. I mean, Ramos we think's already gone, transfer gone. But you've got Verissimo coming back. That's a 4-star centre back, so he's decent. You've got Gabriel Perez, whether you use him a lot, but he's still quite good in centre mid. Then you've got Paulo Bernardo, Enrique Araujo, and we know there is another, obviously you had Sheldrup as well.
Oh, this guy's
unbelievable.
Amazing, isn't he?
We know as well, your youth academy is disgustingly good.
Yeah.
Unbelievably good. Joe Veloso's in there. We've got, I think there's one that I've even been signing recently on other saves as well. I mean, might be in the under-23s. But there's loads of players. Joe Rego is another one. There's so many fantastic players in there that, yeah, you've got a bit of advantage there because my youth academy's good, but it's nowhere near up to yours, I think.
I mean, I was looking forward to the second season more than I was any other season, really, wasn't I?
Yeah.
Just to see these players coming back. Because I thought to myself, well, my squad is going to be better the second season without me even spending a penny.
Yeah.
And I thought, happy days.
Yeah. I think as well, I have a lot of debts. £240 million, which I did not know until I started this, and I was like, I have no money in the bank. That was a little bit alarming to me because Dad, oh my God, you got loads as well. I didn't even realize we didn't even check yours.
No, we didn't, did we?
We did check your debts. We only looked at mine. I was like, oh my God, I got 240 million in the debt.
I think I've just got excited because I got that 45 million from my first player, so I just bought what I had in the budget then, didn't I? I didn't need any more money, so.
We didn't realise you also had debts. There's a lot of debts in Portugal.
Yeah.
But anyway, this is going to be very interesting. I hope you're hyped for it. Make sure you smash the like button and, of course, press that subscribe and get your predictions in early. Who do you think is going to win? While we simulate this first season and find out. First season. Oh,
get in.
Wow, you absolutely stomped it as well. I mean, I say stomped it. Porto's only 3 points behind you.
It's 10. I beat you by 10 points, but only lost 2 games as well.
God, considering my start as well. And that was it. I needed to play a good team.
The beginning part of the season was my worst part, and then I hit the top and stayed there.
Yeah, fair play. Advantage straight away to you. You lost 2 games. One was at the end of the season too. Oh, it wasn't against me. Braga was the start of the season, of course, that we've seen. So you went all that time and lost to Vizela, who are about to play in the relegation playoff.
I mean, I still won the league, but my last 2 games weren't very good at all, were they?
No. Porto lost 3. I lost 4. Oh,
you little beauty. 5-1 as well.
Oh, no. Okay, so...
That's 5-1 at your place as well, isn't it?
Yep. No, that's 5-1 at your place.
Is it?
Yeah,
we're on mine.
Away, it would be on away, so it's 3. Still 3-1's bad, isn't it? That's bad enough as it is.
I'll take 5-1 at home.
So, I mean, look how many goals you scored.
Yeah.
113. Porto still scored more and conceded less and still didn't win the league, which is quite interesting. They only drew 3 games. They were very unlucky this season. You got to say, getting 87 points from 34 games, remember, is quite some feat. So I lost 4. I lost both times to you, which 4 points for a league win. Congratulations. And then you stop me in both games. That's another 2 points.
Yep.
So that's 6 points straight from the off before we even looked at the 2 cups, which I dread to think how that's happened.
You caught it with a sway going one way.
Yeah.
This could be it. First season.
Straight away. Now, if you take a look at the league profile, Taremi got 35 goals. Tony Martinez got 23. Gyökeres got 34. So that's my striker.
Yeah.
Where's your players to? How the hell did you win this league? I mean, Gori had a high average rating. Di Maria got 16 assists. But other than that, you're not even in the clean sheets. I don't know how you've managed to pull this off. There's some kind of black magic here going on, and I'm not sure what's happened. Okay, we're on Benfica. 2 cup competitions. I could really do with you not winning any of these, because else it's going to be very one way at the start. Oh, no. You breached both finals.
Oh, nearly done the treble.
Nearly done the treble. European-wise, you were knocked out the Champions League.
I'm disappointed with that.
Into Europa. Knocked out by quarterfinals by Liverpool. It's unlucky.
We got the curse on being in Benfica as well, haven't we? About European.
The Bela Gutmann curse.
Yeah. Do you know, I really want to do something with the European Cups then.
Yeah?
See if I can really go for it. So I've got to build a side to do that then, really, haven't I?
I'm also in this competition at the minute, and I eliminated Sociedad there.
Ooh,
do I get eliminated? Oh, I went through. I've gone further. Okay, so I might have gone to a semi-final or a final, so that's where you were eliminated. We won't spoil how I've done just yet. You were runners-up in the Allianz Cup. Please be to me. Please be to me. Oh, no. It's Porto, which means
beat me on penalties.
I haven't won anything, and I still might have been eliminated by you in this. Now, the Taça de Portugal, you beat Porto again.
Oh, we played all 3 finals.
Yeah.
The Super Cup as well, didn't we?
Yeah. What a final that is, by the way. 5-4.
Yeah.
This is not looking good for me right now. Because you have 6 points for winning the league and obviously beating me twice. 3 points for winning the cup, and we don't even know whether you eliminated me from yet. So that's 9 points from total.
You might have won a European Cup, though. You're still in it.
I mean, yeah, if I won the European Cup, fantastic. But we'll have to have a look. So, Sporting, how have I done? No.
No, Porto beat you both times.
Thank God. Obviously, it's still not great, but being knocked out by Porto both times is a bit of a... we avoided that.
You got to the semi-final of the Europa League.
Semi-final by Villarreal.
I
want to face Liverpool in the final as well. Did they beat them in the final? 5-0. Jesus Christ. And not a very good season for me at all. Considering how it started, that's not a good season for me at all.
I'll take that.
Goals-wise then, Gyökeres got 48 in 50. and yet it wasn't very good. Manchester United want him. No shock there. 20 goals and 10 assists from Marcus Edwards. 17 and 21 from Pedro Gonçalves. There's a couple of really good other performers as well. Nuno Santos, etc. But my transfer budget for next season is 37. I'll take 37 million.
Right. That's
not
good.
bad at all.
Better than I thought it was going to be.
Yeah, me too. I was expecting like 18, something like that. But yeah, I'll take £35 million. Let's have a look at Dad's profile then and see what he has done goals-wise. Whoa, that's what's won you the league.
Yeah.
Rafa getting 32 goals and 21 assists from midfield.
That's good, isn't it?
Unbelievable. He scored more than Guri, who you actually signed and played as a striker.
Yeah.
Of course, the DLF role is dropping back a lot more, and the Rafa role, which I guess would have been the centre attacking midfielder, is going to bypass the DLF more. So he is going to get a lot more chances off the back of Guri's hard work, which is probably why Guri has 17 assists as well. But Rafa got 21. Could be a set-piece taker, by the way, but there we go. And João Mario, 22. 4 players above 20 goals. It's not bad with Di Maria at 17.
And 17, yeah, still good.
At 16.
I mean, when you think Di Maria assists, 20 assists as well. Look.
Yeah.
And Rafa, 21 assists.
Yeah, it's mental.
So, yeah, I'll take that.
Your money for the season, 15 million.
No, I'm happy with that. Even though you got the 34, I'm happy with that. Because like I said earlier, I've got players coming into my team from loan. That it's like buying players, really, isn't it?
Yes, yeah.
So, yeah, I'm happy with that.
Side. Well, let's have a look at the scores early on. So the total points for season number 1 is Omega Luke with 0, Omega Dad with 9. Well, before we take a look at season number 2 and see how I react to that, it's time to hear from our friends at Manscaped, and that would cheer me up a little bit. It's Christmas time, and my friends at Manscaped have the perfect present for you this festive season because they have just launched the 5th generation lawnmower trimmer to help you avoid another silent night in the bedroom. Because the Lawnmower 5.0 is specifically designed to look after your precious snowflakes while giving them a trim, and any lucky ladies will be overjoyed to visit your South Pole. The best thing is that old Omega Luke here can get you an extra 20% off and free shipping when you head to manscaped.com just by using my code OMEGA. Now, I've been using Manscaped products for years now, and so many of my friends have jumped on the Manscaped bandwagon, and their partners have never looked happier. The Lawnmower 5.0, I dare say, is the best trimmer of all time. It has an advanced skin-safe technology electric razor, which is a lifesaver for reducing the nicks and cuts on Santa's sack. But maybe you're a man who struggles to tame your beard, and Manscaped's got you covered there too, with the Beard Hedger Pro Kit. The best beard trimmer I've ever used, with just one guard for all sizes as you rotate the length of your desired trim on the trimmer itself. It's genius. So many other products that you can pick up this Christmas for gifts. Maybe looking after those chestnuts with the Manscaped Boxers 2.0, with the signature dual pouch to keep them calm, cool, and collected. And all of this and more can be found at manscaped.com, which I'll leave at the top of the description for you to click. And remember to use the code OMEGA at checkout to get yourself 20% off and free shipping. Merry Christmas. So, in season number 2, it became very apparent that I'd lost one of my players in January, and that was true. Gonzalo Inacio went to Real Madrid during the January for a release clause, so I'm a little bit gutted that I'm going to miss out on him. That could have cost me the league, you know.
It could have been one of your main players, that is, isn't it? You can't
I
afford
lost
to lose
against
that.
you at the end, near the end of the season, because then I was stuck playing that free at the back, playing with a bad player compared to what he would have been. But I've changed my tactic and I haven't replaced him. Instead, I've also sold £29 million worth of players, and 26 million went to this, is that Saudi club again? Yeah, it is a Saudi club. Some of them I get confused with the Qatar clubs. But Nuno Santos went for £26 million, is the only one that I really sold for any money. But he's 29, plays left wing back. I was kind of happy to let him go, to be honest, because I found a better pickup that I think for a lot less money in Alex Vale. £21 million, gonna be a better player in the future, only 20 years of age.
Good, yeah.
So now I brought in a striker on a free transfer, Francisco Pio Esposito. I love the Esposito family. If I met them all, I don't know which one I'd pick as my favourite. Salvatore at centre mid, the Sebastiano up front, or Francisco. Well, I don't know. But I've signed Francisco today, 19 years of age, on a free transfer. He was on loan last season, didn't get a lot of goals, but he's already got 3 for me in 5, which is not bad
good,
at all. Mallorca!
Yeah.
Sign a player from Mallorca. Samu, what a player he was as well when we see him live. The big beard of Samu, who was my favourite player to watch. Very good on the eye as a player. And very tricky in the midfield. Can spray a ball out. That's exactly what I need. And he's Portuguese, 23 years of age, come through the Braga Youth Academy. We have signed him for £21 million after Mallorca spent just £2 million on him the year before. He's already scored 2 goals and got me an assist though, so
2 good boys,
7.22 average rating. Huge. I also signed Federico Redondo, £7.25 million. Another centre defensive midfield or centre midfield. This is going to be more of a squad player, more of a backup, but he does have good potential and he's only 21. So I don't mind the price and he has already got me assists so far this season and I'm quite enjoying that. My tactic, I mentioned I changed it. Yes, it looks very strange. Now, my thought
you got
process...
a load of dice and just chucked them across the table. That's where it ended up.
My thought process was clearly the tactic I was using last season wasn't that good, considering obviously it fell off as soon as I started playing the most difficult teams. I don't think I beat any of the good teams in our league. I'm going for it looks like a 3 at the back when the inverted fullback comes into play there. Then I've got the DM and wing back who's going to give me a lot of width down here, as well as Mazzala. We're going to focus a play down there and a shallow strike, which I really like because we've got Gonçalves who plays that role really well. Gyökeres will go in there. If I did quick pick best 11, it takes these 2 out, which is the reason why both in the lineup. Puts Paulinho in, and I don't rate him at all compared to what Esposito could become. And obviously it puts Mateus Reis in there, and I want Valle to play because I think in the long run he is going to benefit more from the game time. So for now, going to nail those 2 players in. But other than that, I'm quite happy with how this team is lining up, and I'm interested to see how this one goes. Before we have a look at Dad's team, a reminder that if you enjoy these versus rebuilds, something that you will definitely enjoy is the Race to the Prem series. That is where we take over Notts County and Wrexham in Sky Bet League 2. We have done 6 or 7 seasons by the time you're watching this right now. I'll leave it at the end of the video to watch after this. Every episode is 1 season. Now soon we'll have the full compilations if you want to wait for that. But I definitely implore you, if you enjoy these videos, you are going to love that series because the amount of struggles we've had far outweighs the struggles we've ever overcome in this.
This is easy, this is.
This is easy compared to those. Right, so if you do enjoy that, I'll leave it at the end of the video. But honestly, please go and watch that series. It's absolutely fantastic, and I'll leave it at the end of the video. So, Dad's tactics then. Let's have a look at it. You had a whopping transfer window.
Well, Sony came in again with the money, and you know what I'm like?
Yeah. But if you didn't have Saudi in this, you'd never sell a player.
But the thing is, though, I was selling players now that I think, well, I've got better in my team. So I was getting big budgets in now to go with. I've got to try and improve what I've got. And that's bringing hard with what I've got at the moment. If I can't improve, I'm going to buy the next best thing as a replacement or for injury.
Yeah.
I mean, the prime one for me really was Di Maria, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He's getting old, but he was still so good, isn't he?
Cracking
player.
player.
I'm looking at him thinking, well, I've got to sell him because, well, I can get some money. No, I'll only get $1 million for him, and how do I replace him? You can't.
That's it, yeah.
So the next best thing for me to do then is buy the best player I can behind him to have as a reserve for him for when he does go.
And that's why you got Savio.
Yeah.
£13.25 million. Tearing it up in real life right now for Girona. On loan from Troyes, I think it's how you say it. But yeah, £13 million. Good pickup.
Yeah.
Obviously, Di Maria, an impending retirement probably either this season or next for you.
Yeah.
But like you say, no point in selling him. You'd only get less than £5 million for a player that's one of the best in the league.
When you clip onto him, he's still so good.
Yeah, I mean, we'll take a look at him.
Yeah.
Di Maria, where is he? I mean, I don't like him as a person because of his time at Manchester
I've
United. But outside of that, yes, he's a cracking player and what a career he's had.
I mean, just look at this. How can you replace that?
Yeah.
And he's only worth like $6 million there, but I wasn't getting $6 million. I was being offered like $2 million, wouldn't I?
Yeah. But he's 36.
Yeah.
So it's one of those things, you're not going to get that much money.
No.
He's going to retire soon. You might as well just buy somebody to replace him in the long run. That's what Savio brings to you. You can also play on the left too.
And that's an advantage, really, rather get an injury over there as well, isn't it?
Absolutely. So, cracking player to start things up. The Gonzalo Ramos deal annoyed you, didn't it? Because £56 million, but you don't see any of the money.
I didn't get any of it, did I?
And I don't understand that with Football Manager sometimes. I'm like, well, where did that go?
Yeah, because if I had sold him, I'd have had the $56 million.
Yeah.
But because the club sold him,
yeah,
I don't get any of that.
No.
But I'm still happy with it. I mean, I've got $176 million in the bank. So.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like you became manager of Al Ali and just bought your players.
Yeah.
Because you signed 3. He signed 3 of them. £32 million, £30 million, and 25. Peter Musa, Florentina Luis, and Alexander Barr. 2 of them you weren't even playing last year.
No, I didn't, did I? So,
and David Neres you weren't playing either for another £32 million.
So there's over 100 million players I wasn't even using.
Yeah,
so
good bit of business there. And that allowed you to bring in some cracking players, if I don't mind saying, to be fair. Samuel Morodion, I love this guy.
Yeah.
Fantastic player.
Was it you called him the Beast, didn't you?
The Beast.
Yeah. I mean, his physicals are just out of this world, really.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's
6
going to take a
foot
lot
monster.
of beating. So, that's another striker I've got in.
Good start. Then the left back, Mateus Oliveira.
This is going to be my reserve left back, because I've already got, I've got one on loan, didn't I? So, I know how to replace that guy, didn't I? So, this is the guy I got in for my left back,
Then Fagioli from Juventus. It's a lot of money until you see how good he actually is.
Yeah.
He's had a good year of development there. I mean, he played 26 games for Juventus, so 2 seasons ago.
I was pleased to get him in as well.
Very good
I think this is a very important position as well to have your strongest players in, so I was pleased to get this guy in.
And then finally, speaking of probably one of the best players in your now position, is Todibo.
Yeah. This is my replacement for Otamendi.
Yes,
That's what I got him in for, really. I'm trying to replace 2. While I had that big budget of 170 million, I've replaced 2 players that I know are going to retire within the next 2 seasons.
Yes, good thinking.
So he's only 24, so he's in, isn't he? I've got him in. I'm happy with that.
Antonio next to each other.
Yeah.
Position of 13 is his only weakness, but he has good enough pace, strength. Everything else is really good about him. So, I can see exactly the appeal of bringing him in. So, tactically, you haven't changed it because you know that they would have been shouting at you if you did. Even joked about it. I was like, don't even joke about it. Just don't change it. Just please.
Shall I change it just to wind them up?
Yeah. I mean, it'd be great for the YouTube interactions of all the comments of you going, I can't believe he changed the tactics. But instead, they're going to let us know who's going to win. Their predictions. That's what
I couldn't change this tactic because I won the league so well, and my team. I feel my team is better already.
Yeah, I mean, you only lost 2 games.
Yeah.
Was it 2? Yeah, you only lost 2 games. Why would you change it? It's not like you only just scraped winning the league.
No.
So if you did best pick 11, your team now, as you say, looks better than what it was last season.
Yeah.
You got Jurasek, obviously. That was another left back that you had already. Otamendi and Silva in there, Mukiele. So your back line hasn't really changed. Fagioli comes into midfield after losing Florentino Luis. But again, you still got Joe Neves on the bench. And, if you had to play him, it's not like, oh, no, we had to play Joe Neves.
Oh, definitely.
Unbelievable player, and he's only 19. Di Maria on the right, but of course, you got Salvio as backup.
The players that I bought in, the one position that has changed is the one position I thought would change. So I'm quite happy with that.
Absolutely. So let's have a look at your schedule so far. It looks like this, and it looks very good. Even from the friendlies. I mean, you drew to Tottenham, you beat Liverpool. Straight into Braga, 2-0. Fantastic stuff.
Didn't do that last season.
No. 2-1 against Nacional. Then you beat Porto in the Cup on penalties, the Super Cup.
To beat them again,
3-1 against Ferenc. 2-1 against Estoril. 3-1 against Chavez. No big wins in there.
No.
But still wins.
That's what wins the league.
So, your Champions League fixtures are as follows. Feyenoord, Inter Milan, Sevilla, Young Boys, Napoli, Roma.
That ain't easy,
at the end, before Copenhagen,
easy.
So we're going into the new format now into this season. So I think we're both in the Champions. I can't remember if I'm in it or not.
You can't drop out of this now, though, can you? That's a problem. So I've got 1 cup to go for because I want to do well in Europe.
Yes,
I've got to get on in this league. So I don't think I've got to be too well. There's a couple of games where I think I could win, but there's a couple of games where I can see.
I still think you'll qualify.
I mean, Napoli, Roma, and Spurs. That's 3, and Inter. It's 4 games there I'm not expecting to win at this present moment with the team that I've got. I think I've got to make it a little bit better.
Let's have a look at my schedule so far then. So that was the team I played, but we didn't have a look at my schedule, do we? So 5-0.
You haven't conceded a goal in the
I have not
5
conceded
games,
a goal.
6 games?
I haven't conceded a goal this season. 3-0, 5-0, 3-0, and 2-0. This tactic is looking very good. However, what did I say last season? I haven't played anything good yet.
Yeah, true, yeah.
Yet again. Not one of those teams, other than maybe Vitoria, who sometimes do quite well, but it was a home game and you're still expected to beat them. Haven't played Paul, haven't played Braga, haven't played you. Until I beat one of those teams at the start of the season, I can go, okay, this tactic's going to work.
And your first game is your Braga game is right down the bottom game in November again.
Yeah. I mean, by then I might have got to the point where I'm like, all right, okay, so they're getting better at the tactics, so it might work a little bit better. But yeah, I really was looking at my fixtures and going, I just wanted to play somebody half decent to test the tactic.
Yeah.
Because right now I'm first in the league, but it's untested to me.
Yeah, because some of the challenges we've changed the tactic, and and working in the first couple of games that we played, so we change it, don't we?
Yeah.
So, but it's not giving you a chance because you're just winning easily. So You're like, do
So
I
I'm
don't
like,
do I don't?
am I doing a good job or
Yeah.
not? I'm not sure. You know, you win your first game 5-0, you're not going to change it, are you?
No.
So I'm in Europa League, in fact. So that might be a good thing, a blessing in disguise. Got to the semi-final
I think
last
that's
year.
a big advantage for you.
Got some easy-ish fixtures as well. PSV and Atalanta are two difficult ones in there. Maybe going.
I've got to say it because people have put comments on it. Whenever we see Galatasaray, I always say, welcome to hell.
Yeah, but I'm at home.
I know that, but whenever we see Galatasaray,
Yeah.
Did anybody see the Man United game? Before the game started, the big banner right at the back of the stand, welcome to hell. That's why I say it. And the atmosphere there was just absolutely mind-boggling.
Yeah.
You just couldn't imagine being a player. It must be frightening for a young player to be playing there.
Garnacho didn't look frightened. But he bloody shushed them. The idiot.
Oh, crazy.
Right.
And
And all the other players going, we're so sorry. We're so sorry.
the referee was worried about even getting out as well,
Yeah,
wasn't
yeah.
he? So, but that's why
So
I always say
thankfully
welcome to hell. So now you know.
Thankfully, I'll play them at home, where all the Sport fans will go obrigado,
Yeah.
which is thank you.
Because I took a picture of that on the telly, didn't I? And sent
Yeah.
it to you, didn't I? Saying,
Yeah.
this is why I say welcome to hell.
Okay, so I should qualify from the Europa League phase. That should be an easy thing to do, providing my tactic isn't absolutely trash. Because again, I don't really know.
No.
But okay, I am 9-0 down in this first season, so this is going to be very interesting. I need something big. Let's find out what happens in the second season. Come on. Oh no!
Come on, yes, you beauty. I only lost 2 games again. Get in.
Finishing second, but I only got it on the last
So
day
that's
of the
68
season.
games and I've only lost 4.
Again, look, right after you stay top for
Yeah.
the whole season. It wasn't even close. You won by 4 points, but it does look like you just stayed up there for a long period of time. You only lost 2 games again.
Yeah.
4 league games was lost
2 seasons.
in 2 seasons. That's unbelievable. I didn't draw a game.
No.
And that's quite rare.
It is.
That's very rare.
Yeah, definitely.
Either it's a coin
was,
toss.
I was lucky, really, that you lost 6 games, really, because with you not drawing any game and I drew 4, that's
We won the same
a lot-
amount.
It's a lot of points to lose.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the 2 games that you did lose, though, come on. No. No. All right, so you got 4 points already. Chances are you didn't draw but against me twice. Oh, no.
Beat it twice again.
That is not good, because that, again, is another 6 points without even looking at the cups.
Second one team was better, didn't I?
So at this point, it's 15-0. Before the cups, Kirku got Where did that come from? The same amount of goals as Esposito,
Yeah.
the striker I just signed. Guri up there with 22. Kirku with the highest average
hang on.
rating.
Average rating, I just took that
Dominated. And
over. And
assist.
assist, I just took that over.
Wow.
Player of the matches, I got 2 of them, look.
But who got the most clean sheets?
Yeah.
Do we get points for that? I can't remember. Did we
No.
say that we're changing that? Did we forget to mention? Only for that player statistic as well. Somebody was saying once, he was like, oh, you should do extra points for like the top score. And I was like, don't make it more complicated.
No, of course, we'll be there.
We're terrible at maths.
Yeah.
Sometimes people go, I think you've got this wrong. We're like, please don't say that.
You go back over and count
Yeah,
again.
I have to count it all over again. Right,
I can
okay.
count to 10 because I've got 10 fingers.
Yeah, yeah. When you get your toes out, I start getting
Yeah.
worried. Right, okay. You're going to have to get your toes out for this one because you're 15-0 up at the minute. Right. Cup competitions. We're on Benfica. I could do with you being eliminated nice and early, if I'm honest, by Sporting both times. Let's take a look. You've done it again. Runners up in the Allianz Cup, winner the Taça de Portugal.
I've nearly done the treble again. Ah.
Wow. All right.
That is a
That is,
surprise.
yeah, that is a surprise. No wonder why you won in the final, but fair
Oh,
play
right,
to them
all right,
for
I
getting
got there,
there.
didn't I? Did you?
Yeah, no, I'm just saying. Just saying. That's another 3 points for you.
Yep.
You might have knocked me out. We still don't know that yet. But the Allianz Cup, you're as runners up. Get in.
Oh, it was against me as well. Oh, no.
The comeback is on. The comeback. That's 4 points, baby. Against you,
I thought it
4
was too
points.
good to be true. You not winning cups.
Yeah, I mean, you already got the 4 points. Doesn't really matter. You still got game 2 more just from the league. So
Yeah.
huge. But yeah, that's the first cup final between us two out of 4. So that's interesting. You won the Taça de Portugal, which I think is the most reputable one out of the 2. I think that's more of like the League Cup, as
Yeah.
I mentioned. That's the FA Cup. So fair play. I need to find out how I did in the round of 16, by the way, in the Champions League. So let's have a quick look at that, by the way. Arsenal won in the final. Ugh, for both of us. You played. Oh, you won 5 games. You beat Roma and Napoli.
Oh, pleased with that then.
You conceded a lot in Europe.
Yeah.
Even against young boys and finals, you lost 3 against Tottenham. The Sevilla game was the only game you didn't score in.
Yeah.
But you only conceded 1 on that. Very tight game.
Tottenham 2-1 at Tottenham, I think, is a good result, really.
And 3-2 against Inter Milan.
Yeah,
It's nothing to be like
result,
too disheartened with, is it? Our friend Rasmus there.
I was close.
Yeah.
I was close, but I just knew when they weren't good enough there.
Yeah.
Really.
Speaking of Rasmus Højlund, I think I'll bring it up. The extras that you get for channel memberships and Patreon include the podcast that we record every single week. Now, last week, I pitched you a very interesting debate, wasn't it? And we're not going to reveal what we discussed, but these 2 players here, if you switch their clubs, who would score more goals? And that was what we discussed on the podcast last Wednesday. So that's still up there for channel members and Patreon members on any tier, for whatever tier is. But of course, on the £5 tier, you also get the save game files of this and all of the other save game files that anybody requests. I will send it to them. So that's on channel memberships and Patreon. And thank you very much for all of you who do support that.
Definitely, yeah.
Because you're actually allowing Dad to be here today on a Wednesday as we're recording this instead of being at work. So I've hired him to do so, and that's thanks to you guys. So really do appreciate that. And anyway, let's go back to how I did in the cup competitions. 31 goals from Gyökeres. That's less than what it was last season.
Yes.
Didn't lose to you. FC Porto. I'm disappointed by that. Don't get me wrong.
Quarterfinal. Yeah.
But I'm just pleased it did not say your name. Because that would have been the worst thing. All right, so a little bit of saving grace there. You still won this season by points, but it looked like it could have been a lot worse at one point.
You could have been way out of it already, couldn't you?
Yeah, absolutely. Quarterfinal by Red Bull Salzburg. That's not great. 1-0 over both legs as well. It's disappointing. Porto actually went through. Did they win it? Oh, wow.
That goes to show, really, you were good enough in that league to win that cup then, really.
Yeah, absolutely. The league phase. Oh wow! It's only behind Newcastle, who managed to win all 8. Drew to Atalanta. Then I went through past that to the round of 16. Knocked out Galatasaray. Haha! Welcome to hell, was it? The quarterfinal there. Red Bull Salzburg. Okay, let's have a look then at the goals this season. 31 from Gyökeres, 30 from Esposito, 24 from Pedro Gonçalves, 15 from Samu. Not bad at all, that.
It's not. I think your Esposito is your best. 30 goals for a young lad that you've put in there. That's good, I think.
Yeah, for his first season.
Because he wouldn't have been your first choice striker if you hadn't lost your striker.
No.
So I think that's good, really.
So he goes in there as a 19-year-old and does that absolutely outstanding stuff. Alex Vale also got 17, or Vale, I'm not quite sure how to say it, but 17 assists is very good with 3 goals. So he is now probably going to be the prominent left-back figure for the rest of this rebuild. But yeah, I'm happy with that. That's not too bad. My budget, before we have a look at Dad's, 18 minutes gone down. It's gone down. And I've got Champions League football next year as well, and it's gone down. Benfica, let's have a look at your goals then so far this season. Well, this season. 34 from Kurt. That's your attacking midfielder. I said his name out loud. I was like, that's not a striker. So Cabral only got 19.
What have I done if he hadn't playing?
Yeah, and 29 for Gori. So, I mean, if you take a look at his form, he was playing as the attacking midfielder. Yeah. And he was scoring 2 goals a game, 2 goals a game, 2 goals a game.
It was like your formation the first season that he goes through that gap.
Yeah,
that's through the gap, doing,
through the gap, and then he will score. We got 14 there for Enrique Araujo, who's a good backup striker there. 13 from Di Maria with 18 assists, very good. Still not retiring yet.
37. He bangs in 13 goals of 18 assists.
Yeah,
and plays 45 games. That's good, isn't it?
Sheldrup came back though from his loan, 12 goals and 17 assists.
He looks good, doesn't he?
Gotta be happy with that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
How much money have you got this season, Dad? 19.
That's all right.
19 million.
My problem really is who can I replace?
Yeah.
You know, I would need 70 million, you know, something like that to replace the players that I've got.
Yeah.
That's why in the last budget I bought those good players, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because that was going to be the only time I knew I could afford them, because I don't want to sell anybody now.
No. I mean, I think this is the case with Portuguese football. You see it time and time again. That's the reason why they find these little hidden gems from South America, from Europe like Sheldrup, and they buy them in early, knowing that they have potential to become the best players. There basically is a selling league. As bad as it is for Portuguese fans to hear that, the proof is in the pudding. For a long time now, as soon as a player gets really good in Portugal, they tend to be sold on for a bigger profit, and then it's replaced by at
the end of the day, it keeps your teams going, so you can't knock it.
No.
I mean, if Argo were doing it, we wouldn't be knocking it at all, would we?
It's because the money of the Premier League and La Liga.
You can't compete with that.
Okay.
I mean, my biggest challenge now is, because I want to do something in Europe, I've got to try and make my team better than what they are, which is going to be very hard, or do I change the formation as well? I'm obviously doing something wrong that's affecting me in Europe.
Yeah.
Am I too open? We know in Europe you've got to be a little bit more defensive, haven't you? And is that
against the better clubs?
Against the better clubs. I've got to do that. So I've got to think of something like that as well. So
he's making excuses, viewers, for
it's
changing
not a case.
the tactic.
No, it's not a case. I want to do Europe. I really want to win something in Europe to get rid of the curse on top of us.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm doing well in the league, so I've got to take a chance, really, am I?
All right.
Is my team good enough to carry on what they're doing, but be better in Europe? That's my challenge.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at the points tally before we take a look at whether he does change it in Season 3. Okay, so the season points for Season number 2 is Omega Luke with 4, Omega Dad with 9, which puts the tally at Omega Luke with 4, Omega Dad with 18. Some surprise departures for you, Dad.
Yeah.
Rafa leaving the club, 10 million.
Well, 10 million for a 32-year-old when the position that he plays, he didn't play so well last season, and my replacement for him was my leading goal scorer.
Yeah.
So 10 million for a 32-year-old?
Yeah.
I'll be saying not to take it, really.
Also went out as well. Again, 32 years old.
Yeah.
And then Verissimo from gone to Braga at 4.6.
Yeah.
Don't make them any better. I might start finishing 4th.
I mean, it got me some money in, and it was players that were getting to the stage where I'm thinking I'm not going to get much more money for them, you know, like the Di Maria situation. Yeah. But I had players in those positions that were better this time, where Di Maria isn't. I haven't got anybody better at the moment.
Yeah.
So he's still going to pick himself, really.
Yeah, yeah.
Where absolutely. They weren't picking themselves now. But so to get that money in for them, I was pleased with that, and I feel that I've got a couple of good players in. I've only bought 2, so I'm happy with that.
Yeah, but you also had one join throughout the season last year, didn't you? Because you arranged a free transfer with Guilherme Aranha, which is a left-back Brazilian, which came at the end of his contract during last season on a free transfer. So that's a good bit of deal there for you. But yeah, as you mentioned, this summer you actually only brought in 2 players. Luis Suarez, not that one. The one from Almeria.
Well, this is the one that doesn't bite.
Yeah. 27 years of age. Might speak the offside.
When he came up with that price, I thought this is a bargain, really, didn't I? So, and when you think that my attacking midfield is my leading goal scorer, so I'm going to get a better striker in. So I have.
Yeah. Great acceleration and pace. Got good off the ball. Lacks in composure and finishing, but everywhere else is fantastic. £18 million, 8 goals in 5 games.
He's doing already the business.
He's doing all right. He is doing all right.
He's hit the ground running.
Then you brought in Buyomo, which again is filling in from what obviously you just lost. Your centre back there.
I mean, he's not world class, but he's still good.
Yeah.
Because the players that I feel that I've got there already, the 3 centre backs I've got fighting for 2 positions, are good anyway.
Yeah.
So this is another one, just in case you do get the injuries, don't you, of 1 or 2 players at the same time.
Yeah.
I've just replaced the player that was the backup player. So.
Did you lose Otamendi this season? I can't remember.
Sure, never if he did return now.
Kept the same tactic, by the way.
Yeah, there you go. That
kept the same tactic. So I think Otamendi retired.
And I had Morato, didn't I?
Yeah, so you've got Morato in, you've got Tadibo, of course, Antonio Silva, and then Buyomo. So you've got 4 good centre-backs again.
Yeah, so which I was pleased with, really.
Yep, so looking at the best 11 is like this. Di Maria still there.
Look at the winger on the left, that's that young guy coming in.
Sheldrop,
my leading goal scorer is an attacking midfielder.
With Gorian Suarez.
Yeah, so I think looking at that now, that's made my striking partnerships even stronger going forward. So I looked at that, and that's why I didn't change my tactic, because I thought I am stronger going forward. So will I get the goals that I need to still do well?
Yeah, let's have a look to see what I've done in this transfer window. I sold £27 million worth of players. Hjulmand left for 18. Marcus Edwards left for 7.5. I was not getting a lot of money at all, fortunately. Now, I did have a problem with my goalkeepers. Rui Silva declined drastically, and I don't know why. He played as my first team goalkeeper, so I went for Nicholas Hedel, £14.25 million. He is now my best goalkeeper, easily my best goalkeeper. For 24, I'm happy with that. He can be my remaining goalkeeper for the rest of the rebuild.
So you've bought 2 goalkeepers, and you change your tactic nearly every season. Are we sat in the wrong seats or something here?
We've traded places. Frank Kessie, season number 4, you're off to me. Come on. That is what I've done then, Nicholas Hedel. And then I've also brought in Valentin Carboni. Those are the only 2 deals that I brought in. And then I started getting loads of injuries. So I brought in 2 loan deals as well. But Valentin Carboni first, 20 years of age for 25 million. Only just played 1 game, so it was quite a late transfer. I think he might have picked, he's picked up an injury, as you can see here. So he's been out for a while. I love this player. As a shadow striker, he is one of the best on the game, in my opinion. Tries killer balls often, but if he does go through on goal, he's basically got the attributes of a striker. Yeah. So I'm happy to bring him in. Then I brought in Ryan Gravenberch and Fabio Carvalho because I needed midfielders. I had a lot of injuries straight away. So if I look at the medical center here, you can see a lot of my players are just coming back from injuries. I've had heavy risk injuries. There's been some bad ones, injury history here. I had a few really bad ones quite recently. All of them there. No violin, please. But tactically, I've changed it again. Going for a narrow 4-2-2. I had the perfect players for it. Let's have a look at my best 11. Going for the lone striker there, but with Gyökeres just slightly off from him. With the shadow striker over here. To then we'll make a front 3 with Carboni in that centre midfield, or centre attacking midfield there as the AM on support. DLP and DM in midfield with Morita and Samu works lovely, and Fraser and Valley I feel are both good enough to bomb forward and cause some trouble. Coates and Diamonde at the back, I'm happy with that. I've got good backups. I don't know whether this is going to be title challenging, but unfortunately, as you can see, I only had £5 million worth, didn't have a lot. I've also brought in Beraldo, who will be joining at the end of the season. I felt like I needed to do what you did and bring in a centre-back for when Coates goes. He's starting to decline slightly, and he's wanted every single season. As you can see here, he is wanted by Al Hazim, and he's only worth £2.6 million. He's 34 with 8 pace. So I'm thinking I'll bring in Beraldo at the end of this season, keep Coates for this season, and then potentially do the little trade and have Beraldo start from next year. We'll see how that goes. But anyway, so we've looked at what you've done. We've looked at what I've done. Let's have a look at my schedule and how I've been doing in the game so far. It's been okay. I scraped through Champions League qualification.
So you lost 4-0 and then you beat them 6-1.
I got absolutely knobbed at home 4-0. And you went, well, you're out of the Champions League. And I went, what did you say? And I beat Nice 6-1 at home. That ain't bad at all, is it?
That's a hell of a result.
Unbelievable stuff. Then I played Fenerbahce, who we know is another tricky one. 2-0 at their place, 1-0 at my place. Happy days. So now I'm actually thinking, this is the first season where I've actually played someone hard.
Yeah.
And it's kind of paid off. Although I have beaten Ferenc 5-0 and Estoril 4-2, I've played Fenerbahce and I've played Nice, 2 very good teams in here. So I'm thinking, okay, my tactic must be a little bit better.
Yeah, definitely,
so I'm feeling a little bit more confident now than what I was previously. My Champions League fixtures are final: Dinamo Zagreb, AZ Alkmaar, Manchester United, Fiorentina, Young Boys, Villarreal, ending with Bayern Munich.
Do you need the business done before you get there?
Yeah, I need to get like a few wins in this little section here before I play those 2, I think, because that's going to be really difficult. But there we go. Not bad. Let's have a look to see what Dad's done so far at the start of this season. You've done all right. I mean, you've won 11-0 at one point, so... you mentioned about getting goals.
Mate, I didn't even the ringing friendlies. I was just banging in goals for
beat
fun.
Barcelona 2-0.
Yeah, there you go.
Unreal. The Super Cup 4-1. Casapia 4-1. This one was like, oh, are you gonna fall off the rails?
And
no. Bang. 4-2 and 11-0. I mean, how Mafra's got into this league and getting tonked 11... Jordi Cruyff is the manager. I know it says it all, doesn't it? So, 11-0. Braga 4-1.
That's probably the best result there, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again,
at Braga as well.
My problem that I had last season... I mean, you know your tactics all right, to be fair. You've won the league last 2 seasons. But let's have a look at the Champions League fixtures then. You've got a tricky one too. AZ Alkmaar, Real Madrid quite early on.
Yeah.
Feyenoord, Monaco, Inter Milan and Arsenal back-to-back.
See, my last 2 games are quite winnable.
Yes.
So I'm quite confident this time.
Away to Marseille can be tricky, but I do think it's a winnable game for you. Okay, but the points are still swaying towards Dad's favour in 18-4. Need a big year for this season, number 3. Let's see what I can do.
If I can do it again this season, you're in big, big trouble, aren't you?
It's big game over. Let's simulate it and find out. Yes, I really needed that. Lost 1 game as well.
Oh, please be against me.
Wow.
Please be against me. I need the points now, don't I?
Right, okay.
Well, I need the points. I could do with the points.
Yeah. Lost 1 game, you lost 3. 89 points is still valiant effort. Porto dropped off massively with their 77 there, so they were nowhere near us this season at all. You scored more goals than me, but I conceded less. I only lost 1, and it was to Braga.
Oh.
Ooh, you lost 3 games in total.
Oh, no.
I told you the comeback's on. So that's 4 points winning the league. 2 points for beating you both times in the league fixtures. That's a 6-point swing already in my favour. I was 18-4 down. It's now 18-10 before we even look at the cups. I am excited. Can I do the unthinkable? Kirku got top scorer again. What is happening? What are these strikers doing in this division? Is he taking penalties or what is going on here? He is taking penalties.
Should I go strikerless?
Yeah. Valentin Carboni got the highest average rating, which I'm absolutely buzzing with. Savio instead of Di Maria, 14 assists.
That's interesting, isn't it?
Yeah, very interesting.
Have we seen the last of Di Maria, though?
Might be retiring.
Yeah.
Could have retired. Let's have a look. Let's have a look at your cup competitions first.
Come on.
Competitions.
Oh, no.
Semi-finals in both, but neither against me.
Oh, that's a no.
Which is like a yes and a no. Please, you didn't win anything. Gutted I didn't knock you out of it. Knockout playoff round by Inter Milan in the Champions League final. We won't click on it just yet because we'll see how I've got on in a minute. We knew you obviously won the Super Cup already, but the semi-final against Porto, semi-final against Braga, you might have knocked me out in an earlier round.
True, yeah.
That could have happened.
I need that then. I need that.
Okay, let's take a look at Sporting and find
you
out.
Won both cups. Oh, you've won one of them.
I've won 1. I mean, I was knocked down the 4th round in that one.
Oh, and it won by me, so awesome.
But I went on and won 1. That's 3 points, baby. Let's go. Beat Porto in the final 3-1. That is a very good result. So that gives me 9 points this season.
Yeah.
Happy days. Right, okay. Round of 16 by Barcelona. I was knocked out 5-4 on aggregate. That's the position before, the round after you were knocked out by Inter Milan 6-5. Jeez. Hey, I qualified. Whoa. Look at me fly in the Champions League.
That is good.
Only lost
one game.
6-1 the final. Where did that come from? I drew against Fiorentina, and I beat Man United, beat AZ Alkmaar, beat Bayern Munich at Bayern Munich. What is happening?
I was quite confident. Look how far I finished. 20th.
3-2-3. So you won 3 against, well, 3-0 against. You beat
final
3-0. Makes no sense, is it? You drew to Arsenal. You drew to Arsenal. That's a good result.
Yeah.
And into Milan away from home. And then lost to Marseille, lost to Real Madrid, and lost at home to Monaco.
The 2 Marseille and Monaco was the 2 games I thought I'd win.
Yeah, the 2 French teams done you
really,
there.
yeah.
Right, we're on Sporting. Let's have a look then at the goals. 27 from Esposito, 24 for Carboni. Gyökeres has a little bit less than what we're used to seeing from the Swede, but 10 assists as well. 20 from Pedro Gonçalves, which is quite nice. Fraser Naylor got a lot of assists. So did Samu as well. And 16 for Avale, the left back. So my fullback's really coming in clutch.
Yeah,
in
definitely.
This formation. Is Coates retiring? No. Oh, he is wanted though, so it could be time. Cash in on him a little bit. He's only worth like 300. Just get his wages out of it, I guess. My transfer budget. 3 million.
That drastically went down, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean the finance.
You've just
obviously
done well in Europe as well.
I'm minus 40 in the bank though. Probably got something to do with it. I might have to become a bit of a selling club here and cash in on a couple of players and bring in some new people, new fresh faces, I guess. I don't really have anybody coming through the youth team at the minute either, which is kind of worrying as well. Benfica, let's have a look to see how you've done. So, squad-wise, 36 for Kirk. How is he doing that from centre attacking midfield?
I think that's 70 goals in 2 seasons he scored.
Unreal, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
26 from Luis Suarez.
That's good. That's his first season. I'm happy with that.
In only 32 games as well.
Yeah.
22 from Aminguri with 14 assists. 14 goals and 20 assists from Savio.
That's good, isn't it?
Which is very good. Di Maria, Di Maria's retiring.
Yeah, so he only started 14 games as well. So that's why maybe he came in and played more, wasn't it?
From 23 off the bench.
Yeah.
How good is Fagioli now?
Yeah.
Look at that. Oh my God, look at the progression. Unbelievable. So many 15s are in there. Joe Rego is a new name. 9 games started, 9 off the bench. We know obviously he has a great potential on the game. Could it be?
I'm happy with that.
Next season.
Yeah.
Could bring him into the lineup.
Saves me buying someone?
Absolutely. Okay then. How much for transfer budget have you got? 14. I mean, it's more than my 3.
Not high enough to buy players to improve the team, though, is it?
No, that's the trouble.
That's the problem we're having now, isn't it?
Yeah, because you have to sell like 2 players just to sign one better player, if that makes sense, which is where you're going to struggle. Okay, shall we have a look at the points tally? Because now I'm feeling a little bit more hopeful than what I was at the end of last season.
I thought if I'd done you this season, that was game over.
It would have been, absolutely. So this season's points are Omega Luke with 9 and Omega Dad with 0, which means the total points is now Omega Luke with 13, Omega Dad with 18. All right, Dad, the gap is now just 5 points.
Yeah.
Closed it. I'm so buzzing with that last season.
Oh, I'm gutted. Absolutely gutted. I thought that was the season I was going to kill you off.
£208 million Dad sold. So, complete overhaul of the squad, possibly.
Well, it wasn't going to be a complete overhaul, but one player gave me half of that. I mean, when they came in and I thought, no, I'm not selling them, they just kept on coming back, didn't they?
Yeah.
And each time they were offering me, I think it started off at 65, 70 million.
40 up front, something like that, wasn't it?
And it was something silly, wasn't it? I just kept on saying no. And then eventually they just came in with this stupid offer. I mean, Arsenal, out of the blue as well.
Yeah.
116 million, bang, up front. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I don't blame you. I would have done exactly the same.
Well,
It's not like he was tearing the league apart,
No.
was he? He was doing well. I mean, 7.8.
I mean, when you're attacking midfielders scoring more than what your strikers are, I think maybe I should get different strikers in there because he should be supplying you, not doing your job.
Yeah, that's
so
true.
For 116 million of that, I thought I could get one really good striker and then possibly another good player somewhere else.
Yeah,
that can improve the team.
Yeah.
So that's what I was looking at. But then I got rid of some other players that I wasn't playing or what. Well, that was another player that came in that offer. He wanted to go, if I remember rightly.
Yeah.
And I never had much choice, really, so I had to let him go.
£27 million.
I was quite prepared to keep him, but he wanted to go, and they come in with a good offer for him. So
Morato, you weren't playing enough. He was kicking up a bit of a fuss.
Yeah, he was, yeah.
You got £22 million for him. That's quite a good deal.
That was just one of those things where I have been getting in good players, so he was struggling to get in the team, wasn't he?
Yeah. Jurasek was similar. He was 20 million.
He was a player
started a lot.
Well, we didn't think he was better than the left back that I've got previously, did we?
Yeah.
But he kept on being put into the team, so I didn't like him very much. So when the offer came in from him, I thought he can go.
I didn't like him very much. Did you hear what he said about you behind your back, David? Arthur Cabral, your backup centre-back, your backup striker now, sorry, who was starting centre-back previously, sold him again to Saudi Arabia, £15 million. Only played 15 starts last season. Yeah. So, and Aranya, who you only just signed on a free, £6.5 million.
Yeah.
A few other players left, and there are a lot of players going out on loan that you can see down here. But Dad spent £169 million, but he didn't spend a penny bringing in Frank Kessie. I joked about bringing him in, and then you actually went and done it.
I just knew when you get to the 4th season, this guy comes available on a freebie.
Yeah, so but you can't sign him every time.
I know you can't, but I wanted to... I'm going to say it now. I wanted a change of formation, and I knew I needed another midfielder.
Yeah.
There's my lad. I knew on 4th season he's available, so if I'm going to change my formation, the 4th season's the season to do it because I can get him in.
He's literally on speed dial for you, isn't he?
Yeah.
Do you know what's really funny about that series I mentioned earlier, the Wrexham versus Notts County one? I have like little Twitter tweets coming up and like notifications come up just to add to the series, make it a little bit different. One of them was an Easter egg, and nobody has mentioned it in the comments, and it's got like 50,000 views, but it's Dad's phone going off with a notification from his chairman, but the background wallpaper is Frank Kessie, and not one person in the comments mentioned it. And when I did it, I said to you, I said, I've put it in there. It's only a clip for about 5 seconds. I wonder how many people will write in the comments.
It's that bad, isn't it? I showed Mum the picture and she went, "Oh, it's Frank Kessie, isn't it?"
Yeah.
So she even knows that I love this guy.
But not one person who's watched that series. If you have watched that series, see if you can remember. Well, see if you can find where that is. It's very obvious as well when you do see it. But Frank Kessie.
The only thing I was worried about was his wages in it, but I knew because I got that much money into the bank, it didn't matter what his wages was going to be.
It's high as well.
I was going to get this guy. He was going to help me out, so I had to get him in.
Okay, good start then. Let's have a look then. You've brought in a backup, well, your new goalkeeper, Atu Bolo.
I think he's a good keeper.
Yeah, he's okay, yeah. For half the price of what you actually sold, Trippin for £27 million, £14 million, just under half. have. So Van der Bremt, £16.75 million for a very good right back.
Just to strengthen my defence up again. So that's what I was going for.
Then Parisi, the left back, even better.
Yeah. So I've just strengthened the whole of my defence up again now.
Yeah, £37 million. A little bit pricey, but when you're getting that much money for your striker and you can afford to spread it out across, that's not bad.
That's what I want you to do, isn't it?
Yeah, your centre-back, Zeno de Bast, that's a good centre-back.
Yeah. The three positions, centre-back, left-back, right-back, all improved.
Goalkeeper, yeah.
And goalkeeper, yeah. So what a defence I've got now.
With Frank Kessie in front.
So I've got a good midfield as well now. I didn't have to worry about my strike force, did I?
But
really,
your best signing,
oh, by far,
Vitor Roque.
Yeah.
From Barcelona, I mean, for £62 million is not bad at all, is it? And he hasn't been playing any games.
No, that's what I couldn't understand. But he's played 5 games, 2 goals, 3 assists, and 1 player of the match.
Great average rating.
So he's hit the ground running already, and
he's going to tear this league apart.
Yeah.
No signings before that? No. Okay, so you mentioned you changed your tactic. Let's have a look at it.
It's not a big change. Not a big change.
So you went from having a player on the right
I lost
into midfield.
I lost Di Maria, so all I've done was just brought him back, and I'm playing a defensive midfielder.
Yeah.
Well, ball-winning midfielder with Frank Kessie.
Instead of the whatever it was before, yeah.
So I think that's a good swap, really. That makes this team a little bit more harder to beat, I would say.
Because now you've obviously got Fagioli, who you couldn't take out the team.
Oh, no way.
Look how good he is.
That was what's going to be my hardest point. I couldn't improve the midfield as improving him.
Yeah.
So I had to put in someone with him.
Yeah, but he's not a ball winner, is he?
No.
So it makes sense why you've done what you've done, because then Kessie comes in as that ball winning midfielder. I like it.
Everything else up front, dangerous.
Yeah, it does worry me slightly. How have I done? Now, I've also had a very big summer. £159 million. And the story of the summer is I sold Francisco Pio Esposito for £67 million. And you think, oh, I've just lost one of my favourite players. Whatever will I do? I bought his brother, Salvatore. Different position. I didn't buy him to replace him, but I did buy him the month after. As you can see there, bought him in August the 25th, but I sold his brother on my actual birthday, 28th of July, 2026. I'll expect to see a card in the post. Thank you very much. Not the only players that I sold, though. £46 million for Fraser Nader. Gonçalves, £42 million. I had a bit of a clear out, Dan.
Yeah.
Started clearing things out. Coates, left. The left back, left. Fatawu, gone. All of these players just wage off the wage bill, because I started signing some free transfers too. Now, Beraldo joined me, of course, throughout the season last winter, But then I went and I bought in some free transfers of my own. Recognize this man, Dad?
Only just, yeah. I would have got him to go in with Frank.
3 years later, he joins Sporting after his 1 season in Benfica, where Dad decided to sell him immediately. Don't worry, Frederick. Come to your new home at Sporting. 30 years of age. What a free transfer that is. I don't think he's even going to play. I just thought I'd sign him out of spite. Gabri Veiga. I signed 2 attacking midfielders. Gabri Veiga from Al Ahly. Very good player. Quite pricey. 130k. But it didn't cost me a penny, of course. Free transfer. And he's only 24 years of age. So he's really good, to be fair.
Yeah.
Octavio. I like signing my rivals' former players.
As soon as you seen this player was available, you jumped on it, didn't you?
Yeah. It's all about the mind games to me. You know, they go off to Saudi from Porto, from Benfica, and I just go mind games. I'll get them back and I'll get them in their heads. Free transfer from Al Nassr after moving from Porto. So, yeah. Octavio is in the club. But then, I signed a right back of my own, in Gendry, right back that you were actually looking at before you went for Van der Bremt.
Yeah.
And then he come up on my scouts, and I thought, I'm going to go for him too. £7.75 million, cheap price from Lecce. Nice deal that is. Fausto Vera, £10.75 million. Good backup centre back, or centre midfielder, sorry. Used to be an unbelievable wonder kid on the game, Fausto Vera, so very good, from Corinthians. Remember when he was at Argentinos Juniors, he was the go-to guy to sign. Then we have Junior Krupi. Love this guy. Love a bit of Junior Krupi. Really enjoying using him in this FM. For £19.5 million as well. It's so cheap. They didn't even play him last season. I can't believe, what were they thinking? They were in the 2nd division, they weren't playing him.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I've no idea. Maybe he had a huge injury? No. I don't know. I don't know what they were thinking, but they didn't play him, and it's the most bizarre thing I think I've seen so far. So I've also got David Affengruber, who I've never quite heard of. Austrian, 25 years old, centre-back, good pace, good strength, not a bad defender. for £23 million. He's played 5, got himself an assist and a good average rating so far. And then, of course, it was his brother, Salvatore, coming into the lineup. Salvatore. We didn't even realise, did we, until I had signed him. And then I looked back to do this thing. I was like, I just realised I sold one Esposito brother and signed this other. I need to get the third now.
Yeah.
And then I'll have
That'd
like
be
the
quite funny,
trifecta. Yeah, it'd be like the Infinity Stones, collecting the Infinity Stones. Okay, let's have a look at the tactic then. I kept it the same. I won the league. I wouldn't change it. Let's have a look. Best 11. Krupi goes up top with Gyökeres on the left-hand side of him. Otavio goes in there with Carboni. I'm quite surprised that. I thought Gabri Vega would go in there, but I'm not going to nail anybody in. Frederick's on my bench because Esposito came in alongside Samu, Gendry and Vale, Afrin Gerber and Diamonde with Hedel in goal. Let's have a look at my schedule. How have I done? Lost the first game to Braga in the Super Cup. But then I beat him in the league. So it's not too bad. Also beat Estrella 3-0. Moreirense 3-0. Farense 2-1. And for Malacao 6-3. But as we can see, yeah, it's not bad. In the Champions League, I've got Tottenham in the first game, then Inter Milan, then Atletico Madrid. Jesus Christ, give us a rest.
I'm Real Madrid.
And Real Madrid halfway through. And Porto. Okay.
Imagine that Porto being the team that knocks you out.
Oh, that'd be horrible.
Yeah.
So Anderlecht and Copenhagen are the 2 easier games in there. The rest are going to be quite difficult, to be fair. I feel like I've been punished there because I did really well last Champions League campaign.
Yeah.
And they give me that.
And you win the league and you get
the harder,
the harder draw, really, isn't it?
Right, okay, let's have a look at what you've done. So, that was your lineup, your schedule. You've also done very well.
But I'm like you now, and I haven't beat anybody really good.
Yeah, to test your new tactic. Yeah. Strella 3-1.
Which I was worried about then.
2-0. 3-1 again against Maritimo and Vizela 3-1. Let's have a look at your Champions League games. You got a couple of German clubs at the start there in Dortmund and Bayern. Going to Dortmund as well.
And Barcelona and Juventus.
Oh my God, yeah, you go to both. Wow, that's harsh.
Yeah.
You're back at home for the Juve game, but then it could already be too late. You've got Barcelona as well, after you just bought their player.
I wanted to do so well in Europe, but I just don't think I'm going to get through that stage.
Do you not think you'll get through the playoff bit? Because you should beat Red Star, you should beat Salzburg.
And the last 2.
4 wins would be enough to go through.
Yeah, definitely, yeah. I'm not confident, but I could do it. I got a chance, and I got a chance.
Yeah.
I've got a good enough team too, so...
you should be more worried about the big green machine coming, barreling down.
I've got a better team this season. I've got a better team. I'm confident still.
All right, okay. You just said you weren't confident.
No, in the league. I'm confident in the league. I've got a better team this season.
I'm breathing down his neck, viewers. You can't see it.
I've just lost one.
But I can see his feet shaking in his boots.
I've lost one attacking player in De Maria.
Yeah.
But I bought in Frank Cassie in midfield.
I've changed what I just said.
Gotta be better.
To interrupt you, I can see his feet shaking in my Crocs that he's borrowing.
My feet were cold.
Okay, season number 4. The scores are, of course, Dad 18, me 13. This is season number 4. Will it swing around? Let's find out. Oh, I've done it again!
Oh, do you know, I really thought I'd beat you this time.
Done it again!
I honestly thought that league would be mine this time.
I don't like drawing games, do I? Only one draw again. 94 points, just the 2 losses. You only lost 3, though.
Yeah.
As did Porto, 87. 8 losses between 3 teams. It's pretty mental.
I could do with not losing against you at all.
2 losses.
Come on.
5-1. Only lost 2 games. Battered in both. Battered in both. But
please don't be one.
31 games. Gotta be one of them has got to be against you, surely. Oh, thank God for that.
Let's just kind of cancel that out, really, innit?
Yeah. So that's 5-1 at the start of points-wise. Porto, who did they lose to? Lost to both of us. We give them a bit of a Tonkin each.
Yeah.
There, so that's not bad from us. We also lost to both of them. The profile then. Gyökeres. Both of my players.
Ooh.
Oh, where's Kirku gone?
And your average ratings, look.
Average rating are dominated. Absolutely. Assist-wise, Vitor Roque's up there. And Vale's also there too. Player of the matches. I'll tell you what, there's a lot. I thought Porto were going to drop off by season 3-4.
Yeah.
I genuinely thought we're going to see Porto be good for the first couple of years, then we'll overtake them, and we'll see him be a few points. They have held on to us, and they're giving us a tough time.
When you look at clean sheets, who's the leading clean sheeter? That's why Porto do so well.
Absolutely.
We've said this before with this keeper, and we try and buy him sometimes. We just can't afford him, but
very good.
He is the keeper to go to, isn't he?
Yeah, he's absolutely.
When you got him playing in goal for you at that age as well. He's only 27 now. What, 4 seasons in?
Yeah.
Hell of a keeper.
Okay, right. We're on Benfica. Cup competitions. This is where you win your points back.
Come on.
This is where you can stay in front.
Who's this then?
Oh, you did.
Oh, yes.
Oh, and you were knocked out in the semi-final of the other one by Porto.
So you haven't beat me in the cups.
I haven't beat you in the cups. Knockout playoff round by AC Milan. We'll have a look at that when we go on to have a look at my Champions League.
Don't I?
We'll have a look at that one when I win the Champions League. We'll have a see how I go on. Allianz Cup. Who did you beat?
Come on. Oh, yes, get in.
That's 4 points. That's the 4 points that I have for winning the league. Gone. That's so frustrating. Because I would have gone back ahead.
Yeah.
Or gone ahead.
Hopefully you didn't win the other cup then.
1-0 as well. How do I not score in a cup final? I know I haven't knocked you out of that, but did I win it?
You got knocked out by Porto. Ooh.
Didn't win a cup. I'm the cup king, normally. I'm starting to lose that crown, you know. I really am starting to lose that crown. Round of 16 by Liverpool. So, I got the round of 16, knocked out 6-4 by Liverpool there. You got to the knockout playoff round, was eliminated by Milan.
Yeah.
7-2. I knocked out Porto in the knockout playoff round.
Oh, that's good then.
Yeah. Shame we didn't put points in for knocking out Porto, wasn't it? League phase. Benfica in 12th, 21st for Sporting. So I had a difficult run, obviously. Copenhagen and Anderlecht. So you can go through only winning 2 games, though, because I drew 4. I mean, I did very well. I had a lot of Desmond Tutus in there. 4 of the bastards. Nice, Real Madrid, Atletico, and Tottenham Hotspur at home. And only lost 2 to Porto.
At least you knocked them out anyway.
How many times have I played Porto in this bloody rebuild? Unbelievable stuff. Right. Where did they finish? They finished 9th, lot. So they won 4 games. One of them was against me. They had a hell of an easy run.
Yeah.
Wolfsburg, Villarreal, and Shakhtar. Drew to Man City is quite good, to be fair, and lost to Man United. You won 3 games. AEK, Salzburg,
games I
Red
expected
Star.
to win.
Yeah. Drew to Barcelona.
Oh, that's a good result.
Drew to both. Bayern and Dortmund.
That's a hell of a result.
Yeah.
Away to Bayern, 4-4.
Yeah, you only lost 1 game in Europe. Juventus. Yeah.
So I've done better than I thought I was going to do.
Done a lot better.
Yeah.
Did very well, actually. We're on Sporting. Let's have a look then. 41 goals from Gyökeres. That's better, because last season he dropped off a little bit.
Yeah.
That's very good. Krupi came in. I'm really pleased with that. 29 goals.
He's progressed every season, hasn't he?
Yeah, that Gyökeres has, definitely. Krupi, 29 goals, 12 assists. For a 20-year-old, can't complain with that.
No.
Oh, he's looking good, isn't he?
Yeah.
Jesus wept. Carboni now is now, according to my assistant, which is the assistant manager's opinion, is my best player. And I can see why.
Yeah.
22 years of age. He's wanted, though. He's bound to be Liverpool and Barcelona.
No, they don't pay the big money, do they?
No. 9 assists as well. 20 goals. That's not too bad. Salvatore didn't get as many as his brother, but for a CDM, I'll take 12 goals and 6 assists with a very good average rating. Pleased with that. Trincão's still around, by the way. Just haven't really used him as much. Diamonde's still there as well. Still got some of the best players. My transfer budget, 18 million.
That's good.
Yeah, which is pretty much right. Trincão's gone, by the way. He's about to leave. Gone to Al Nassr. Benfica. Not a lot.
No, disappointed with actually not putting a new striker. I mean, my league goal scorer from last season only gets 15 this time, so he will supply more goals going forward.
Yeah,
but
that's
he's
only
only
off, isn't it?
Yeah, he's only had 10 assists because he scored 30 odd goals in each season, didn't he? So
yeah,
he's 15
went
goals
from
short.
25, 26 to 10.
Yeah, but I think over all the tournaments, I think he scored 34 in each or something like that.
Yeah, well, that's because you changed the tactics. Sorry.
Yeah,
that's cost you a lot of goals.
Yeah,
Vitor Roque there, 20 goals, 18 assists. Development-wise, looks unbelievable. Wow.
You know, it's all about this last season, isn't it?
Yeah, saying that now. New name, though. We mentioned him last year, playing 9 games with 9 starts, 20 goals, 19 assists.
He looks good,
That's
doesn't
a jump, isn't it?
Yeah.
All time. In some of these, going up by 3, going up by 4 in anticipation. Wow, that's impressive. Very good from him.
Yeah.
Luis Suarez, obviously, with 22. Okay. 11 million. 11 million pound. With me breathing down your neck.
Yeah, I kind of don't think I've got enough players that I could sell to generate the amount of funds that I need to buy anybody better now. So I don't know about this. I mean, it's got to be hopefully the players that I've got play better this season. I think that's what I've got to look at.
Let's have a look at the points tally because I think it's going to be really close. Well, for season number 4, Omega Luke with 5 points. Omega Dad also with 5 points, which means the total points is Omega Luke with 18 and Omega Dad with 23. Right, still a 5-point gap.
Yeah.
I was hoping with that league win it would close the gap, but that's very annoying. You beat me in the cup final and it keeps that 5-point gap between us. But there we go. All right. All to play for in this final year. Well, I only sold £22 million worth of players. 21 million was Faustal Vera, so I didn't really do much else elsewhere. But Faustal Vera's left after just 1 year at the club and I doubled my money. That's not too bad if you ask me. I did bring in an improvement in Joseph Chatalo, centre-back. I think he's better than the centre-backs that I got, but I do have a problem, which I'll allude to in a second. Then, how many injuries was I getting?
Oh, loads, yeah.
About 5 a week.
Yeah.
It was getting ridiculous, to the point where I had no strikers in my team. Even backups, because I have been playing Ribeiro in there, and I've got amazing youth academy prospect, which I promoted into the team. They all got injured too. So, I loaned a player in August, Demina. Now, I don't anticipate he will stay along for the rest of the season, because once Gyökeres comes back and everybody else, I think he'll probably, and Krupi, sorry, I think he'll probably go back to Man City when he stopped playing the game. But he did score 2 goals to me in the first game that he's played so far. So I need him for right now, because my injury list is terrible. So tactically, I'm keeping Vega in because Octavio goes in there, and I'm keeping Chatalo in because he's been injured as well and has missed a lot. You can already see here, Gendry, my right back's injured. Samu, my captain and centre midfield, has been out for a while. Or he's going to be out for another 2 weeks. Krupi is out for another 11 days. He fractured his toe in the middle of August. Gyökeres is out for another 2 to 4 months with a damaged Achilles tendon, which you actually snapped your Achilles tendon as well. Cried like a little bitch.
Oh, I didn't.
Which he did on my birthday as well.
Mum rubbed cream in it, thinking I'd be alright until the next morning when I got to bed and fell over. Then she decided to go and get a nurse in to find out what was wrong with me.
So Gyökeres is out for a while as well. So that's my main strikers. That's the reason why I've had to bring in that player there. But if I did best 11, Beraldo goes in instead of Chatalo. And it makes no sense because Chatalo is a better player. So I don't quite know whether it's Beraldo is left-footed, possibly. But he's nowhere near the player that Chatalo is. So that's my problem. That's the reason why I put Chatalo in there. And Octavio goes in there instead of Gabby Vega, despite Gabby Vega being better there. Again, is it because Gabby Vega? No, it's not left foot. He's right foot. I have no idea why they don't like playing Gabby Vega. But last season, he only played 28 games and only 18 starts. Got a bit unhappy about it. So I've been having to play him and start him because Octavio's not as good, in my opinion. So I'm keeping the same tactic, obviously. Won the league the last 2 seasons. I'm putting my trust on it doing well in the cups for me so I can actually have a state of comeback, to be honest. Let's have a look at Dad, because he's had a big summer again. No surprises there. £95 million on the outs. Luis Suarez, 60 million. Gone.
Yeah. Well, they come in for him with the right money, and he wanted to go, so I let him go.
I mean,
He did put in a transfer request, though, didn't he?
Yeah, yeah.
So I didn't have much choice, really. So the money was there that I was quite comfortable to take in, and I thought, well, I can get another striker in, possibly another player as well to help. So I thought, yeah, I'll take it then.
So Luis Suarez left. You also had Boyomo leave for £25 million. Gouveia for £9.5 million, and he brought in a free transfer and Roger Ibanez, and he's almost becoming another Cassie for you because there's a few times that you've signed him recently for. I just
thought, well, there's another centre back in, so I've really strengthened my defence up with this guy coming in, and I'm pretty sure he'll go straight into the starting lineup.
Which is the reason why Boyomo left.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Then Palacios came in as a CDM position.
I was mainly worried about the two centre midfield boys. Yeah, and I thought if one of them gets injured, have I got a class midfielder to replace him? I have now.
Yeah, because he plays in both roles, really. So that's a good pickup, really, considering £48 million, a lot of money, but again, fills 2 roles.
Yeah.
You sold your striker, Luis Suarez. You signed one, Jorgen Strand Larsen, Celta Vigo.
Good striker.
Yeah.
I'm just hoping this guy can do the business for me. I mean, he's finishing in his first touch. It's lethal, so he's quick.
Yeah.
And he's strong,
So the thing that you discovered was last season, Vitor Roque was playing there.
Yeah.
With Vitor Roque, he's probably better as the advanced forward. With his movement, his anticipation, his pace. So you signed Strand Larsen being a very good defensive DLF, deep line forward, because that's his favourite role, as you can see from there, which meant Vitor Roque can then go in the advanced forward role. So I see the logic of it, absolutely.
There we go. That's what's going to win me the league.
Ballsy. Joe Ray goes straight into the team now after his fantastic performance last season. Looks phenomenal. Can't believe how much he's progressed.
Can I just say now that I only bought one goalkeeper because my other goalkeeper wanted to leave, not that I wanted to sell him. Just saying it.
It's bad that you've had to say that.
Well, everybody gives me stick, and they say, "Why do you keep changing your keeper?" I didn't want to change him this time. I had to change him one, and I got one in, and I kept stuck with him.
No. Actually, let's be honest. The first 2 seasons, all you kept saying to us, "What's my goalkeeper like again?"
Yeah, but when I checked on both of them, they were good. So I was quite prepared to stick to my main keeper, but he wanted to leave in the end. So I bought one keeper, and I stuck to it.
Oh, I didn't show you the backup strikers that I had. So Rui Araujo is his name. Come through. 18 years of age as a new gen. He looks pretty good, to be fair.
18 years of age, like
yeah.
that. Lethal.
It's a shame we can't carry on, but Patreon members and channel members, if you do take it on, let us know. How does he progress?
What's he going to be like in 2 or 3 seasons' time?
Absolutely, because he scored 4 goals in 5 games, which is not bad at all, really, is it?
No,
because
I didn't know that.
He only got like 3 starts in the B team last year, but he was in my development side. Rodrigo Ribeiro is the other one that probably people are going, why didn't you play him more? I gave him enough chances. He's come off the bench a few times. Played in 4 times there, no goals. Just not scoring anything for me. And I can't just keep giving him chances until he scores. So that's the reason why, okay? Rui Araujo was actually going into the lineup instead of Ribeiro during the season where I had both of these injured during this summer season. Let's have a look then. So, schedule-wise, I won 3-0. Then I battered somebody 8-0, which was without both of my strikers. Yeah. So it felt like I didn't really need them. But then obviously I drew to Estrella, and then I realised, okay, and that's when I decided to try and bring in the loan signing, which I did for the last 2 games there, because I knew I had difficult fixtures coming up. But for Malacao, I got away with it because Salvatore Esposito with a 93rd minute winner. Thank you very much, you little beauty, after they equalised in the 89th, only scoring in the 79th minute their first goal from when I was 2-0 up.
And 2 good wins, really.
2 good wins. Braga, seeing how my tactic was still going with the new players, and Demina come in with 2 goals. Fantastic stuff. He also got one in the Super Cup as well. A 3-1 win away. Well, not away, but neutral ground to Porto. Lovely stuff. My Champions League fixtures. I haven't really done a lot in the Champions League. Well, neither of us have we? I think quarterfinals the furthest we got. I can't remember if we did get to that.
You got to the semi-finals in the Europa League.
Europa
season,
League, yeah. Juventus, Manchester United, Lazio, Genk, Leipzig, Bayern Munich, Salzburg, Bilbao. There's some difficult games in there.
Yeah, definitely, yeah.
Wow. Right. Let's have a look. How have you done, Dad? That's your team, your schedule. 4-0 win to start things off. 3-0 there. A draw again, just like me, against Gil Vicente. Another game we should be winning.
Disappointed there.
Vittoria 5-1, and then Mafra 2-0. All right. One of us beat him 11-0 the last couple of seasons, so you only beat him 2-0.
3 points is 3 points, my son. 3 points is 3 points.
You also get to play both Leipzig and Bayern Munich.
Yeah. And Spurs again, Inter,
Juve.
Juventus. Oh, come on.
That's harder than mine.
This is the one season I really wanted to ever go at it, and I've come up against that.
That's harder than mine.
I might still go through on the playoff bit. So.
Yeah.
So I've got to win the games that I should win.
Got to play them at some point.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. 5th and final season. The points are ever so close. Just 5 points between us going into this last season. Let's simulate it and see who comes out on top.
I just need to win the league or the cup, and I'm in.
We'll see. And that's 3 in a row.
Oh, no. I'm nowhere near it. 15 points behind.
15?
Only lost 2 games.
Whoa. Hold on a second. Look at that. So between the top 3, only 5 losses. I don't think I've ever seen that.
Unbelievable, isn't it?
Now, I actually lost the least because there was only 1.
Come on.
And it was to Porto.
I'm in trouble.
Porto lost 2 games to both of us.
Yeah.
You lost 2 games to me.
Only lost
1-0.
2 games, 1-0. Because the games I drew. Just go on to the games I drew.
5 points there. We knew we drew against me. You also drew against Porto.
1 each lot.
There's a lot of 1-1s in there.
Oh, that's what killed me.
Yeah, you needed to score more goals. There's only one draw.
I'm 15
goals.
points behind you, so that's a hell of a season by you, though.
Yeah, Yeah, 95 points again. I mean, imagine being Porto, not won the league in 5 years, but twice you've got over 90 points.
I made a mistake by selling my striker luck because my goal difference was 56. I only scored 85 goals.
Yeah, look at that look.
Yeah.
You were in no man's land that whole time. Porto was top for a little bit, but I overtook 2/3 of the season.
I just chased you the whole season, didn't I?
Yeah. Let's have a look. Evanilson, that's the first time I think he's been up there.
Yeah,
19 goals. Junior Krupi and Gyökeres there. Carboni with the highest average rating. No players until you get to the assists, and there's Kirkhill again.
Yeah.
For the first time. Once again, Diogo Costa got the most clean sheets in the league. That's not a surprise. So our two goalkeepers are there this time.
He got to be absolutely gutted, didn't he? He keeps a clean sheet, best keeper in the league, and he don't win nothing.
No. He's been winning cups.
Yeah.
Speaking of cups, though, this is where it could all be won and lost. Let's find out. I won 5 points already, which was the 5 points I needed to catch you up. So it's all down to these cup competitions. You're the winner of the Allianz Cup. Get in! Oh, but yes. Who did you lose against in the Taça de Portugal? Sporting! So you need to have beaten me in this and me to lose in that.
So at the moment, I'm ahead by winning that cup.
Because you won 3 there, but I've got a point there.
By beating me.
You're beating me by 2 points right now. Did you beat me in the final? Oh, no. But you could have knocked me out of it.
How many points am I in front now?
By 2.
And you get how many points to win the cup?
3.
Oh, no.
So I just need to win this cup. Quarter-final, by the way, by Barcelona in the Champions League. We'll take a look at that in a sec. Okay.
Oh, that's me, wasn't it?
That was you.
Oh, so I didn't win the...
We're getting all confused and confuddled.
I wanted to do well in Europe as well.
Here we go. Yes! Yes! Semi-final by Porto. You didn't even knock me out. 3 points there. I beat Vitoria in the final. Round of 16 by Real Madrid.
How did I lose that?
I don't know. But I think I just won by 1 point. We'll have to have a look. We'll have to have a VAR check. Now, Krupi got 31.
They usually get it wrong.
Esposito got 22 goals. What's happening here? Gyökeres only with 20. Didn't play as many games. Carboni with 19. Gabi Vega with 17. Rui Araujo coming into the lineup as a 19-year-old with 15 goals. He's developing lovely. That's great to see. How did that do? Now, 21 goals from Larson. Vitor Roque, despite playing in his favoured position, did not do very well at all.
No, you let me down, 19.
Son. Well, the change of tactics stopped the amount of goals that you had coming through.
You think I've only changed my tactic once in 5 seasons?
But you lost the league both times.
I didn't win the league the 3rd season though, did I?
No.
And I still had the same tactic that.
Yeah,
that's when I changed it to 4th season.
Yeah.
I did lose it the 4th and 5th season. That's where I've lost it. I mean, all right, I won the cup, but goals cost me.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm probably going to say last season when I sold my striker,
the Luis Suarez one.
Yeah, I probably should have kept him, really.
Okay, well, transfer budget for anybody who wants to take over, 5 million. Not a lot.
I don't think this is going to happen to you.
2 million there. I don't think anybody's going to be wanting to take this over.
I mean, you've got 2 brilliant teams to take over, so it'd be interesting to see whether you can take over one of our teams and do better in Europe than what we did.
Yeah, because both are sucked in Europe. I mean, let's take a look at the group stage before we have a final points tally. League phase, I won 4 games. I beat Bayern Munich and Leipzig. That's nice. 7-3 against Genk. Draw to Bilbao, and I lost to Salzburg, Manchester United and Juventus. You lost 2 games against Genk and Juventus. Drew 3. Inter Milan, Bayern Munich and Leipzig. So you drew against the 2 teams as well. You beat Tottenham. Ooh. You beat Young Boys. Don't take that out of context. And you also beat Atletico Madrid.
I won my home games.
Yeah, but it wasn't good enough, unfortunately. So let's have a look then at the final points tally. The season points is Omega Luke with 9. Omega Dad with 3, which means the total points is Omega Dad with 26 and Omega Luke with 27. Did it, Dad?
Gutted.
The comeback.
Absolutely gutted.
18-4 down I was.
Do you know what makes it worse as well? I usually win more leagues than you do and usually win more cups.
Yeah.
I've won more cups for a change than you won more leagues.
Yeah.
And I still lost. Finally come the Cup King. I mean, I lost a few finals as well, but at least I've won a few.
I think I love doing Portugal because of the 2 cups. I think the 2 cups really give it,
just
something extra, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, that, to be honest with that, I think it comes down to buying and selling a couple of the players that, you either keep or you sell. And I think that's what totally won it and lost it.
Yeah.
You bought a couple of really good like young lads that have come through that you've got into your team and perform for you.
Yeah.
Where I bought expensive people and brought them in and they didn't perform for me.
Yeah.
And I think that was the difference.
The likes of Krupi coming in for like less than £20 million, and his last season was phenomenal for me.
I mean, the 2 young strikers that you signed as well.
Yeah.
Or the one come through the youth academy.
The ones from Youth Academy.
I mean, they've done you the job, didn't they, when you really needed them.
15 goals, I think he got in that last season.
So, you know, I think that's the difference between our 2 teams. We said it was going to be close, didn't we?
Yeah.
And I think that's the difference between the 2 teams, really.
I must say, though, the wild card of Porto really did throw me off. I genuinely thought after the 3rd season, we wouldn't see Porto cause as much trouble as what they did.
No.
I thought we'd just build better teams than them. They would probably lose a couple of players like you usually do in Portugal. You know, the Evanilsons, Diogo Costa, we mentioned the goalkeeper.
Yeah.
They all stayed and they got better.
Yeah.
They finished 2nd in the league that last season, only losing 2 games.
Yeah.
They won how many cups?
Yeah, they've won. I mean, none of us won both the cups, did we? I
No.
mean, I got to a final. The first 2 seasons, I think I got to both finals, didn't I?
Yeah.
And I
Porto
think
won
both
them
times, and
both
I lost
times.
both of them. Yeah. So, I mean, and they were always in the Super Cup as well.
Yeah.
So they obviously always finishing second or behind one.
All the
wasn't it?
cups.
So,
Yeah, we'll win the cups.
winning the cups.
So,
Yeah.
fair play to Porto for holding on to us. But what a 3-horse versus rebuild that was.
I think that's what makes it interesting when you got that 3rd team in it, really.
Oh, it caused us so much trouble.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, keep your suggestions coming through. We're going to take a bit of a spin for the next versus rebuild because we've got a retro database coming up. We thought it'd be fun because the next one comes out Boxing Day.
Yeah.
Because Christmas Day is the Monday, so it will come out Boxing Day Tuesday. Nice and early in the morning is the versus rebuild. That's going to be a retro database, so that's going to be a nice little fun one for the next versus rebuild. But there's going to be loads of different rebuilds coming up, with Dad taking on the likes of Norwich, the likes of Leon, Hearts in Scotland as well.
Yep.
All of those ones to come up, as well as anything else that we have. And don't forget to check out the race to the Prem. Wrexham versus Notts County. Omega Luke versus Omega Dad. If you enjoyed this series, you're going to love that because it's just as good, if not better, because it's lower league and we ain't got a clue what we're doing. So we'll leave that on screen for you right now. Please make sure you press that like button and subscribe. Really do appreciate it. Thank you very much for putting that on the wall for us. Really do appreciate it. Thank you. Bye-bye.